Okay, we're just in live, and we want to continue our conversation about language learning process, about language learning community. So I just want to finish my idea about Tatarstan. So
Yep.
the Ministry of Tatarstan, they invested like several millions of ruble to like develop the Tatar language, to promote Tatar language among the young people, because they don't want to learn it. They speak perfect Russian since childhood, so they don't need that, because media, everything in Russian. There is really lack of content in Tatar language, in Bashkir language. So that's why, and they even attracted, they invited a lot of famous bloggers, and they asked them to make videos in Tatar language. And even there is one association between Turkish speaking countries like Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, like Turkey, and there was one meeting where when I attended, and they was speaking about problem with Tatar language, and they said we want to we want to produce T-shirts like with Tatar words to make it popular among like young people, and also they tried some things like they organized concurses, for example, between singers in Tatar language or something like this. Yeah, so they're trying to do that, but I don't know. Even, for example, even we Kazakhs, we are far away from Russia. We have, our country has its independence. Yeah, we are independent country, Kazakhstan, and even we, like in Kazakhstan, far from away from Russia, we speak Russian, and in eastern part and in northern part of Kazakhstan, like maybe 50% of Kazakhs just lost their language.
Wow.
Even me, I can't speak pure Kazakh. Really. That's why, that is one of the reasons that I don't make videos in Kazakh language, because I have problem just purely speak. I can make video like mixture of Kazakh and Russian, but I want to make it just in Kazakh. But I haven't. But I have never spoken I've never talked about language learning in Kazakh language. I speak it in daily life. I speak in daily life, like I eat, I go, like I watch, or like come here, something like this. But I've never discussed like global issues in Kazakh language. That is the problem. And in university, I studied 4 years in English and in Russian languages. 4 years, I haven't got any exposure with Kazakh language.
Kazakh.
Yeah,
wow.
when I graduated from my grade school or high school, something like this. Yeah, high school.
Yep, high school. Yep.
My school, I could speak good Kazakh because all of the books were in Kazakh language, or the subjects were in Kazakh language. I read history in Kazakh language, and really at the first time and at the first year in my university, I had a lot of problems when they asked me about, for example, Cold War in Russian, in English. I knew all the information in Kazakh language, and I couldn't translate it just.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've never spoken, I've never talked about Cold War in Russian.
Yeah.
And but I knew how to say that in Kazakh. But yeah, it was
certain terms that you might not have known.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck. I understand question, but I can't respond it. I know all of this information here. I just can't transform it. Yeah, it was crazy. But then so okay. I just want to ask you about your language routine. What do you do?
Okay.
What do you do for your French, for your Russian, Polish, Portuguese?
So I made a video last February, so almost a year ago, that said I'm focusing on 3.5 languages. So Portuguese, French, Polish, Russian. Now, people may be asking, why Portuguese? Well, like I said before in the previous video, I learned European Portuguese. Now I want to focus on Brazilian Portuguese. So what I do is I have an app called Sling, and they have TV Global International. So I watch that app, and then there's a YouTuber called Felipe Brazuca. Brazuca means like Brazilian, but in Brazilian slang. That's how do you say like Brazilian person. So, but he goes by Felipe Brazuca. So he has a course. So I bought 2 of his courses, and they're basically just him just talking. It's like natural comprehensible input. He'll put like the word right there, and he'll have like a sentence, and he just talks only in Portuguese. And then he has YouTube channels, which he just talks only in Portuguese as well. So, and then he recommends for students to not only learn Portuguese, but learn something in Portuguese. So watching TV. So with that, I watch every day. I'm watching a novela, a Brazilian novela. It's called Lugar ao Sol, like A Place in the Sun in English. And it's just about, it's just a crazy novela. You know how novelas are.
Lugar, yeah.
Yeah, lugar al sol. Yeah, so you understand. Like in Spanish, un lugar en el sol. So that's how it would be translated in Spanish. But yeah, it's just a crazy novela with all these twists and turns. So I watch that every night, Monday through Saturday, on my Sling app. And then for French, I actually, that's the language I'm actually learning the most. I bought books. I went to Amazon. I bought a French dictionary, all in French, not French to English, just French, like French for French speakers. And then I bought like maybe 6 more books in French for French speakers. 2 about the province of Quebec, and then other French books. So another thing, I went to Montreal twice in my life. So in Montreal, they speak French. It's in Quebec, Canada. And when I went there, I felt like at home. I loved it because since I'm a language person, I'm like, this is so cool. I get to speak a different language besides English. You know, I can speak French. So the last time I went there, I spoke a little French, but now since I'm learning more about it, I'll be able to speak more French. And I watch a lot of YouTubers. I subscribe to a lot of Montreal YouTubers, French YouTubers. So I'm getting the difference between that. And then with Polish and Russian, I bought courses as well, but I watch at least 10 minutes a day on Polish, 10 minutes a day on Russian on YouTube or on my Sling app. I watch 10 minutes a day, and I don't do so much because I don't want to like burn out or overload my mind with so much Polish and Russian. But so basically, my primary languages are Portuguese and French, and my secondary languages are Russian and Polish. And then maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I watch something in Kazakh.
Yeah. Okay. Great. But I wanted to add that I use this technique, and maybe I want to say that you're in right way. But just of course, you're not like dedicating 1 hour for Polish and Russian. But for example, I set up one goal for me. Like I want to learn Arabic in 2025. And I said myself, okay, I'm not learning it officially, but sometimes I use Duolingo or drops.
Yeah.
And I said and I told to myself, like, for example, till that time, like I have 4 years, and in 4 years I can accumulate like A2 level, just dedicating 5-10 minutes per day. And when when 2025 this year will come, well, I'm gonna start like learning Arabic, but it will be more easier because I have foundation A2 level.
Yeah.
So I think that is great that you're even dedicating only like 10 minutes for Polish, for Russian. When you achieve like the B2 level in French and in Portuguese, I think you have like B2 level. Like, there is no doubt, because your Spanish is so wonderful. It's like so developed. That I think like after 1 year you can achieve like B2 or C1 level in Portuguese. And when you achieve like well in 2023, for example, when you achieve like the B2 C1 level in Portuguese, in French, in that time you can seriously learn Russian and Polish. But by that time, after 2 years, just in 2 years, you will you dedicate like 10 minutes per day for Polish. Like it is 365 days. It's like just like for 10
365 minutes.
It's 3,600 like minutes. Like
3,000 minutes.
In 1 year, I think it's good habit, and your brain is will be get used to that, and I think it's wonderful. And when you, for example, will intensively like learning, like right now, like with your French, when you really start learning Russian, I think it will be just easy, because you will have at least A2 level, strong A2. After 2 years of just 10 minutes, I think you will have like strong A2, and it will be just easy to like reach B1 and then B2. And here I am. We can talk in Russian. Like,
Yeah, next time in a couple years. Give me a couple years.
Yeah. I can help you. The reason, yeah, I have time. Yeah. Okay.
And the thing about it is, I want the viewers to understand the reason. You may ask, why am I learning Polish? Why am I learning Russian? Because here in Chicago, the top 3 languages are English, Spanish, Polish. So Polish is the 3rd most spoken language in Chicago.
Wow. In Chicago.
Even if there's 2 radio stations in Polish. When I get in my car, I can turn on 2 radio stations. One radio station is Polish American, so it's half English, half Polish, so it's pretty funny. So the girl will talk in Polish and the guy will talk in English, so you can kind of understand what they're talking about. Then another radio station, it's all in Polish. And then about 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from where I live, there's like a Russian community, so you can go to the stores, go to grocery stores. They have like international food. You can see everything's in Russian, Cyrillic, or go to another store. They have like CDs or stuff, everything in Russian. So there's a good Russian community around where I live. And even with the Russian language, I can read Cyrillic. It only took maybe 2 or 3 days to learn how to read Cyrillic. Before learning that, it seems like it's so hard. Like, oh my gosh, Russian writing Cyrillic. But it's so easy. I mean, some letters are the same, like A.
It's the same letters.
O.
The same letters. There are some like several exceptions, but mainly the same for B and B. Yeah, B.
Yeah.
V,
and
B,
A too.
G, G.
Like for your name, Agajan. A is the same. A is the same in English and Russian.
Agajan. Yeah. It is the same. Yeah. So it's cool. And the thing that I like USA because you can like go to one like just Russian community, and you can practice your Russian. Practice. You can find it in Chicago, and is Chicago the most like Polish? Yeah, you said that Polish is the third like.
Polish is the 3rd biggest language. So in Chicago,
are there other like cities like that in USA, like, or the Chicago it is in the first place? About like Polish
for Polish or just with languages?
From Polish. Just Polish.
Polish is Chicago. They have other cities that speak Polish, maybe smaller cities, but Chicago area has the most Polish speakers, I think, outside of Poland.
There are a lot outside of Poland, There are a lot of like
most Polish speakers outside of Poland is Chicago.
Immigrants, like they maybe like immigrated during the World War
immigrants.
Or do you have that? Do you know about that?
What was that?
About like immigrants, maybe history about
immigrants.
Yeah.
And even we have a day off. Like, we have a holiday in Illinois. It's Illinois holiday. It's called Kazimierz Pulaski Day. So it's named after a Polish guy, and we get the day in grade school and high school. We get the day off. We don't go to school because of him. Kazimierz Pulaski Day.
And who is the Kazimierz Pulaski?
Nobody knows. You can Google him. You can Google him. He's a real guy. He existed. But and even in Chicago, there's a street called Pulaski Street.
Pulaski, and thanks to him, you have day off. Yeah.
The day off. Yeah.
Great.
So Polish is a big language, and it's so big that even like at my previous jobs. So I had a job where I worked in the Center for English as Second Language at a community college. And so we would give exams for students who didn't speak English. So they want to take free English classes. So maybe 80% were Spanish speakers. Then we had maybe some French, but everybody else was Russian or Polish. Especially, there's 3 different campuses. One campus has all Spanish. The second campus, Spanish. The third campus, Russian and Polish.
Wow.
So that's why it's necessary to learn those languages, because people they just don't use English just because they can use their languages here. So that's why I wanted to learn Russian and Polish. And even one time at the job, I used Kazakh at the job too, because I saw these 2 ladies, the mom and the daughter, and I said, "Oh, where are you from?" They said, "Kazakhstan." I said, "Oh, Kalkalai." They said, "Oh, Jaksa." And they start talking to me in Kazakh. I said, "No, only a little." And then later on, the mom talks to me in Russian. She says something in Russian, "Привет, Kalkala," or something in Russian. I'm like, no, just English. And then the daughter was speaking English to me, but it was for the mom to learn English, but she only knew Russian and Kazakh. So,
wow.
So I got to speak Kazakh at my job.
and Why did you start learning Kazakh? Like
Yeah, so that's a good question.
when did you find out about Kazakh language? Like
Yeah.
about
So
Kazakhstan,
when
because
I was in
Kazakhstan is not
Arizona,
popular. It's not popular. Like,
right?
Kazakh language is not
So
popular.
back in 2006, I went to college in University of Arizona. That's another state. It's right by Mexico, and there's this and so there was usually each college has a center for English as second language. Okay, for students to learn English. Usually every university has that here in the United States. So I had a language partner in Korean. Okay, that's another story in Korean, because they didn't have any Spanish or Portuguese, so I had a Korean one. And so I went there to meet with my partner, and I talked to different students and say, hey, how's it going? And these two students, they said, oh, hey, we're from Kazakhstan. And there's a big map. And they said, you know where Kazakhstan is? I said, no. And then they pointed to the map and said, that's where Kazakhstan is. They said, we're from Kazakhstan. We speak Russian. I'm like, oh, cool. So that's how I learned about Kazakhstan.
Wow. In 2006.
About around 2006, yeah. And so, yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, and when did you find out that the territory of Kazakhstan is so big, and I have never noticed it? Did you have that kind of feeling, like you've never noticed it, like on the map? Because it's
right. I was usually always good at geography, but like I just never thought about it. You know, what was that?
It just takes ninth place around the world, I think.
Yeah, it's the ninth biggest country. Yeah.
Yeah, ninth biggest country.
Yeah. So, but what made me want to learn Kazakh was because, okay, Polish and Russian, Slavic language, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Latin languages.
Romanian.
Yeah, Romance. English language, Germanic.
German.
Like I want to learn something different, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I want to learn Kazakh. And then two reasons. One, because it's different. But the second, because you guys are bilingual, you guys can switch Kazakh, Russian, Kazakh, Russian, Kazakh, Russian.
Yeah.
And that's why. So I thought that would be so cool to speak Kazakh because, one, because they have Cyrillic alphabet, and then two, not that many people speak it. So I want to learn a language that not that many people speak, you know, just to be unique, you know?
Be unique, yeah. I really respect them, and I appreciate that. And I know one polyglot from, like, you know, Stefano Suijo, yeah? Have you heard about him? Stefano Suijo. He's from Milan. He is also polyglot. He speaks 10 languages, and he has been learning also like 11th and 12th. And he has learned languages like Finnish, Icelandic, Georgian, and also like other languages. So yeah, like Icelandic.
Yeah, wow.
Finnish. He achieved C2 level at Finnish, and he teaches.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Finnish, and also
he teaches Finnish.
Yeah, he teaches Finnish and also Icelandic, and now he has been learning Georgian.
Oh wow,
that's like
nice.
Exotic languages, like nobody. And I think I respect more polyglots who learns languages from different language families. Even me, for example, I know Kazakh from Turkish, Russian from Slavic, English from Germany, from the Germanic family, and Spanish from Romance, and Italian. It's experimental language because I want to learn like similar languages. So in future, I want to learn like Arabic from Middle East and Chinese. Yeah. So also I want to try kind of maybe Turkish, maybe just for fun. But I don't know. But I have some passion to learn Ukrainian because 40 million people. The population of Ukraine, 40 million. It's okay, I think.
40 million. Yeah.
40 million, because Polish people, how many? I don't know.
I think maybe 30 or 40
30 or 40, yeah. And do you take account when you start learning languages about their numbers of native speakers?
Yeah, that's a big thing that I take account. And but then like with yeah, it's an opportunity to talk to them. But think about it. Honestly, you're not going to talk to 40 million people.
Yes.
You're going to talk to maybe 30 or 40 people that speak the language. I can talk to 40 million.
I have the same thought, really. When why I haven't started learning, why I didn't start learning Italian before, because I thought, well, only 50 million people speak.
Yeah.
I thought like that. And then I realized, okay, I speak kind of Spanish, yeah, like at B1 level. and there are like 500 million of people who speak Spanish, and
Yeah.
I don't speak with them. I don't speak with them.
Right. You're not gonna be able to talk to all of them. Yeah.
Even right now, I don't have like kind of native Spanish speaker partner. Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
I know also like Luca Lamparella, like he also like just learns languages just despite on the number of native speakers. For example,
Yeah.
I think he wanted to start Serbian in this
Oh,
September.
Serbian school, and we have a lot of Serbian people here too in Chicago.
Yeah. He wanted to start learning Serbian, so that's why I think I don't know. Also, I had idea to learn ASL, like
American Sign Language.
Yeah, American Sign Language.
Yeah, nice.
I think it would be like I started actually like this, like I started like for 1 week I was learning, then I just drop it. Yeah, but I want to learn it in the future because I want to be like kind of polyglot who speaks languages and who also like speaks like gesture language.
Yeah, sign language, we call it sign language.
Sign language, and it's like wow, like I know one person like Benny Lewis. He speaks
Benny Lewis.
He speaks ASL, and there is I think there is no other people. There is no other polyglot who speaks ASL, so it's wonderful. Yeah, so wow, great. So well, let's talk about bilingualism in Kazakhstan, in Russia. And
I think I asked you that question before. So you guys speak 2 languages in Kazakhstan, Kazakh and Russian. Can you tell the viewers about what's the difference between like the accent? I remember you saying there's no accent between Kazakhs and Russians when they speak Russian.
Yes.
Are there different words and vocabulary? Like if somebody's from Russia, could you tell, oh, that person's from Russia, or that person's from Ukraine or Belarus, or can you tell, or does everybody sound like they're Russian when they speak Russian?
Well, I said that basically they can understand. Well, there is no problem in understanding and speaking, exchanging the language. It's okay. Just but I heard from Russians from Kazakhstan who just immigrated again to Russia. Yeah, they just moved to Russia, and they told me that people who live in Moscow, they can easily understand that you're from Kazakhstan. Even if he is Russian speaker, native Russian speaker who have lived in Kazakhstan, they can say you like, hey, you're not from Russia. They can say that because I don't know why, but they can understand it. They can distinguish this. They can distinguish you like you're from Kazakhstan, because in my village there are a lot of Russians, Russian native speakers, so Russian people, and they moved to Russia. Most of them moved to Russia, and they came back again, and they just come here for holidays, and they say me, they easily distinguish that I'm from Kazakhstan.
Now, what about you? You said you took a vacation. You've been to Russia before. What did it feel like? 1, did it feel like a different country? And 2, did you feel like they had an accent or anything like that? That they talked different?
I think that I've been so much like time immersed into Russian language that I haven't problem with Russian language.
There's no problem. There's
no problem. Yeah, that is the beauty of learning Russian. Yeah, there is no like the accents and the dialects. For example, you learn Spanish and you go to Chile and and
it's different.
It's different. Even it's different. For example, I can have problem because I learned Castellano. My book, it called like Spanish and like Castellano. So so that's why I can have problem, but in Russian there is no problem. You can like go to Moscow, you can go like the Far East, and you can easily speak with them in Russian, the same Russian language. Maybe only like a little bit like they maybe produce a little bit sounds like a little bit different, little bit. Just someone pronouncing like r more.
Right.
Hohol. We call them hohol because they like for example, I don't know, they like they have some little bit difference in pronunciation, but everything is okay. You can understand them easily without no problem. So Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now,
yeah, you can go on, please.
no, I was gonna now changing.
Continue. Yeah.
Now let's go and look at Kazakh. I think we talked about the people that return from China. So there's Kazakhs in China and there's Kazakhs in Kazakhstan. Their language is different too, or it sounds the same as Kazakhstan?
They speak, as I said before, they speak clear Kazakh with a little bit influence from Mongolian languages.
Okay.
A little bit influence, but basically they speak like clear Kazakh language, and they have huge problem with Russian language. They can't understand Russian. They can't understand that just because there isn't any. You know, China has its own YouTube. There is no YouTube. You know, like there is no like And actually, about talking about politics a little bit. Yeah. So well, I don't know, but recently, like last 2 years, they bring up topic about that Uyghurs. There is one nation which called the Uyghurs.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, the Uyghurs.
Kazakhs are like kind of like suppressed, or how to oppressed.
Oppressed, yeah.
Oppressed, yeah. They oppressed by like Chinese government. They sent them into like kind of camps, like.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And they learn Chinese there, like Chinese traditions, and I think there they lose their traditions, cultures, and etc. And it is the big problem. I think it's there.
Yeah.
But we don't know because Great Chinese Wall, Chinese walls. It's not just in reality, but it is also in internet. Yeah. Actually, Chinese is kind of closed country. Yeah, a little bit closed.
Have you been there or no?
No, I haven't been, but I have talked to Chinese persons. Yeah. Chinese
Kazakhs or Chinese?
No, just Chinese. Chinese from Beijing.
Oh, Beijing. Okay.
Yeah, in my university. Yeah, I had one.
Yeah.
One chica. Yeah. We went to cinema. We have been talking about that. Yeah. It was interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But in China, I know that they want many of Chinese. They want to learn Russian. I don't know why. They want to learn Russian, so it's interesting. But I didn't notice like difference Kazakhs from Chinese. But we call them Oralman. But now Oralman, someone who returned, and our government created good, like favorable conditions for them. For example, they give them like apartments for free, or or lands for free. They can give them grants for universities for free. A lot of
nice.
A lot of things. But yeah, these things are cool. But local people, don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah, local people don't like it because it's kind of little bit conflict. That's why I think like 70% of local people don't like them. They call them Oralman. Yeah, even. And and then these people who came from China, they say like this: when we are in China, Chinese people call Chinese people names as like Kazakhs. When we come to Kazakhstan, Kazakhs call like names as like Chinese.
Oh man.
And Oralman or Chinese, like they're from China. Oralman. But now it's kind of politic correctness. And our ministry changed the word deliberately, and now it's Kandas. Kandas is Kandas. Kan, it means blood. Kandas is like one blood. Like yeah, something like this. Yeah, interesting.
So if you heard them talking, if you heard a Kandas person talking, can you tell that they're from China, or do you think they're from Kazakhstan when they talk in Kazakh?
They no, I can understand. I can distinguish them easily.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I can distinguish like people from South Kazakhstan and from West Kazakhstan.
Okay.
There are some like funny things in pronunciation set. For example, people from south part of Kazakhstan, they know it. They like talking like ayak, miyak, tiyak, like they like using vowels more.
Oh, okay.
Vowels. People from West Kazakhstan, I forgot, but there was some also differences. There are a lot of jokes, and we take it easy.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Yeah. But if you want to, but if you want to learn Kazakh, you need to go, I think, to the southern part of Kazakhstan, because you can get real immersion. For example, in 2023, for example, when you start learning like seriously Russian, and by 2025 you will speak Russian at B2 C1 level, and you come Kazakhstan, I invite you, like you came here to me, you will be my guest. And here in Ustymnogorsk, you can like easily live with Russian language, because here the Russian native speakers, Russian people, they don't speak Kazakh at all, and I noticed that they don't want to learn it. That's the thing. They are really like nationalism. It's like very high. Maybe not nationalism. Even we can call it like chauvinism, because they don't want to like. They're really like, maybe I don't know, only 1% of Russian people who really speak Kazakh or wants to learn Kazakh, or wants to speak Kazakh. Even we had one kind of situation in school. There is like parties, or no, like how to say it, official evenings, the evenings in about some specific topics or some concourses, and there were two people. They actually they conducted and they lead this they led this kind of conference or what evening. So, and actually our director of school, or how to say, leader of school, school director. So school director gave them like texts in Kazakh, and she ordered them like to lead in Kazakh language, but they declined. They declined. They just rejected, and they just I don't know, like kind of by principle they didn't talk any Kazakh. It's kind of amazing. I don't know why they live in Kazakhstan, and many well I talked with one girl from in here in Ustymnogorsk, and she moved to Russia, and then she came back, and now she again lives in Kazakhstan, because she said before moving to Russian, I was like, for example, I support Putin and etc. Russians are cool. Russia is my country. I don't like Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan sucks. They were like this. They were nationalists. She said that when she was like a teenager, she had a lot of like posters, pictures of Putin, like Russian flags and etc. But everything ruined when she moved to Russia, because Russian people don't care about them, and they many of them just fooled them, like took advantage of them. For example, when they were trying to find apartment or something like this, they just bumped into a lot of scammers, something like this. And she was so disappointed. And she came back to Kazakhstan again, and she said, now I love Kazakhs, because Kazakhs are friendly. Just friendly. And so now so this is the thing. So
I want to ask you, what do you, in 10 to 20 years, how do you see the future of Russian and Kazakh in Kazakhstan? Will there be more people that speak Kazakh, or do you think it'll be the same as more people speak Russian over there? What do you think about the future of the languages there?
I think
then more people are going to learn English too, right?
I think after 20 years, Kazakhs will speak in 3 languages. In Kazakh, in Russian, and in English. They will definitely, I think, the methods of learning English will be developed. I think our method, what we use, I think traditional methods will get less popularity, and our methods will grow. For example, even now, in several weeks, I want to create English course, but I want to use Asimil for students. I want to use Asimil. I want to use short stories of Ollie Richards, giving them, and the Pinzer or something like this. Using videos, comprehensible input, and everything like this. I want to promote it. I want to promote these kind of methods of English, and I think there are a lot of people, because we and a lot of generations who grown up, they really suffered from traditional methods. They don't like it. And even my sister who teaches English, nobody likes grammar books and etc.
Yeah.
I think after 5-10 years, everything will be changed into positive in positive ways. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of now Kazakhs are erasing, or now the Kazakhs bring up problem about Russian language, because when I was in Astana, I just was in some situation where, for example, I ordered taxi driver was Kazakh, and I entered into the cab, and I said, I said "Здравствуйте"
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
to Kazakh,
Hello.
to Kazakh.
Yeah.
And but in Skomnogorsk it's okay. But this taxi driver started like telling me, why do you speak Russian? We are Kazakh. We are Kazakh. Like, why do you speak Russian? You're not like ta 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 ta. And I like,
Yeah.
and he was like maybe 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't say anything. Like I didn't debate with him or something like this. I just said, okay. Yeah, there are a lot of people now, Kazakh nationalists now. A lot of they don't want to speak Russian. Just
Okay.
they don't learn Russian. But I think it's great opportunity. Yeah, we shouldn't. I think we shouldn't. We must not like forget Russian language. We need to keep it with us. I think it's great opportunity. You can like, there are like maybe like approximately 200 millions of Russian speakers. Yeah,
people speak. Yeah, they speak Russian.
Not native, but just speakers.
Right, the speakers. Yeah,
it's huge opportunity. Yo.
Yeah.
But I think for example, now Kazakh language is really weak in Kazakhstan. I said to you before that all our official documents in Russian language.
Yeah.
Oh, and our second president Tokayev.
Yeah.
He like recently 1 year ago started speaking in Kazakh language. He said to all of the like mayors, mayors, or how to call them.
All the what?
Like mayor.
Oh yeah. All the like all the mayors or all the you can say that.
Like head of the city,
the head of the cities are the mayors. Yeah,
mayors. Yeah. In Kazakhstan we call them Akim.
Okay.
Akim, but mayors. I think mayors in USA. Yeah, in English.
Yeah, we say in the US mayors. Yeah.
Yeah, mayors. So he said he ordered to all mayors speak in Kazakh language. Yeah.
Wow.
Only like 1 year ago, but all our documents in Russian language.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know. Maybe it will be changed after like 10 or 15 years, because now there are a lot of channels in Kazakh language, a lot of good stuff in Kazakh language, because my little sisters, they speak clear Kazakh.
Oh wow, good.
Clear Kazakh, and they have problem with even Russian. Some of them can't understand Russian because since the little ages, they just they have been watching only Kazakh channel.
Yeah.
They speak clear, cool Kazakh, but no Russian.
Yeah, there's a Kazakh channel that I watch, Kazakhstan TV.
Kazakhstan TV, also Balapan. I can give you like
Balapan.
Balapan, yeah.
I've seen I think it's called, how do you say good morning? Shalopan?
Sholpan?
Chopin. That's like good morning. Tan Chopin. Isn't that like a name?
Tang Sholpan. Yes.
Tan Chopin. Yeah. Good morning show on Kazakhstan TV. So I usually watch that. What was that?
So I noticed that you start learning language just by watching TVs.
Yeah.
But I heard from a lot of polyglots, and I watched that they not like start watching, like many of them says that it's like useless, like watching like at the beginning like TV shows, because it's not comprehensible input, it is just input. What do you think about that?
I think it's good to have a balance between TV and books. Like right now with French, I have like I said, 7 books in French. Then I can watch TV in French, because when you have the books, you can take your time and you can read each word and you can see it, you can visualize it. But when you have TV, like you said, you learn French, you learn English through listening to friends. You
Yeah.
can hear what they say in daily life. If you look at a dictionary or a grammar book, you're not going to know what people are saying in daily life. Like if I watch Kazakhstan TV and I can listen to Tan Chopin and see what they're saying in daily life, like Kailakesh, Kailatan, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I can hear that, and then I can know how to pronounce things like Rakmet, Jaksa,
Yeah, I
things of
think
that nature.
it's good immersion. Yeah, I think it's
good
I think
immersion.
great,
Yeah.
because even now, for example, I've been learning German for 1 month, but I like to listen to I like listening to Bodo Schäfer. Bodo Schäfer. Have you heard him? Bodo Schäfer?
No, I haven't heard of him.
He's one like kind of like Brian Tracy. Do you know Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy? All of these authors, but he's from Germany, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he speaks about like finance in German. And
cool.
I'm just interested in finance, and I listen to him, and I find it very interesting, very useful. I don't know, just I think it is good to listen to real, like real speech.
Yeah,
not just only on the books, not on CDs that are adapted. Yeah,
scripted, right.
Yeah,
TV
that's
scripted.
why that's why a lot of people have problems when they learn English in English courses, when teachers speaks with them slowly.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when they speak with native speakers, they have a lot of problem in understanding, because in real life is real life. So I think that your method is very cool, because you're not just watching TV all day and that's all.
Right.
Because there was one commentary guy was saying that I'd been watching for 10,000 hours in Chinese without subtitles, and I can't speak Chinese. And he's like, oh, well, of course, he just watching Chinese movies. Of course, he will not speak, because you need to like study kind of, I don't know, from books. Do you have kind of blog? Do you have like copybooks or something like this for learning languages? Diaries?
No. I mean, I used to when I was younger. I used to have my notebook, and I used to like write stuff, like let's say take notes in Spanish or Portuguese or French. But that would only last for me like 3 or 4 days, and then I would just stop doing it. Like the first day, I'd write the whole page, all French, all French, all French. Next page, all French, all French, all French. Next day, 1 page. Next day, 2 lines. Next day, 1 line. Next day, nothing. So it's like it's just, it's so much easier just to consume like the input, or just to like open up a book, just to read a book. It's just so much easier. You get to do it at your own pace, take your time. Or even when, like for French, when I want to listen to something from Montreal, I can just put the app on, and I can just be laying in my bed and just put it on, and I can just listen to it, and then I'll catch a new word here, catch a new word there, and then it just makes it easier to learn. So I really don't have like a diary or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about like writing. So you in your languages you don't like develop like writing skill, because it is actually, from one side it is logical, because we talk by like cell phones. Actually we type things. We don't write them. Even when I took IELTS exam, I took like computer based tests, and I wrote a essay in computer. It was amazing. And before that, it was like paper-based. It was really hard, because in paper-based, when you write essay, you can't like delete or backspace like the words. And in computer you can do all of things. So what do you think about that? Because Steve Kaufman, he has been learning Arabic and Persian for 2 weeks, or for 2 years. For 2 years, and he doesn't like practicing writing skill. He don't write.
I think writing.
He doesn't write at all. Yeah, he doesn't write at all.
I think knowing the alphabet is good, and then a lot of phones have it where you can, on your text, you can get that keyboard. So they'll put the keyboard of that language. Like on my previous phone, I had Cyrillic, so like Kazakh and Russian. So, and they have the predictive text. So I think if you don't write, at least you have the keyboard on your laptop. What was that?
Predictive text, yeah.
Yeah, predictive text, at least on your laptop or your keyboard, and then you can at least write it on your when you're texting somebody, you can see the words. So I think that's better than nothing. So
yeah,
I mean, but I really don't write that much. It just gets tiring at sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it is just you. Yeah, if you don't like it, yeah, you can like, it's your choice, yeah, because I think a lot of people.
What about yourself?
For example, well, I write a lot, but I don't. Well, I think that diary is good thing. I think diary is good thing because, for example, I heard a lot from from a lot of polyglots. They recommended that if you like start diary and every day, like by evenings, you can write all everything that happened in that day in your target language, and it is good. Like, yeah, like for example, and when you write things, you like work on your articulation of your thoughts, and you can find some like I think that, I don't know, I didn't practice it, but I think that in future I maybe start diary in like several languages.
Yeah.
Maybe, for example, everything what just happened, yeah, in your day, like today, and you write it in your target language. For example, if I wrote like if I write in Spanish, everything what happened to me today, I think I can find out new words.
Yeah.
And I can like talk about that. Yeah, I think it's good good practice. And I think it's good practice, but yeah, but I don't do that. And also I think it is, if one person learns only one language, sometimes I'm jealous of persons who just learn one foreign language.
Why is that?
Just imagine if you learn only like one language, only one foreign language, you can like, you can dedicate
more time,
dedicate 4 or 5 hours per day.
Yeah.
Like just only one language, and you can achieve C2, maybe C3 level. Language. So it's cool sometimes. And I want to make a video about that. I want to recommend that if you started learning like one foreign language, you better like create YouTube channel, YouTube account, which will be only in your target language. Just another YouTube account where you watch everything in your target language, for example, in Spanish or in French. And also you can record, make videos about your progress.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, make videos about yourself speaking in your language. I practice my Spanish or my English by making videos. When I make video, I practice my language, and it is good, I think. And if you started learning one language, and I think it's good if you create one like YouTube channel, just not just you don't want to like be like popular or something like this, just for yourself. And there will be a lot of native speakers who will correct you, or who wants to help you. Yeah, I think this is like cool things.
Like, I agree. You know, a lot of people, they'll want to see a foreigner speak their language, and I think they'll appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, a lot. But it depends on the nation. But I think most of them.
Yeah, it depends on the language, because for English, not many people are gonna care. They're like, oh, okay, everybody speaks English.
Everybody speaks English.
Like if you come to the United States tomorrow, if you come to Chicago and you speak English, people be like, okay. But if you speak Spanish or Polish, people be like, oh wow, cool.
But
like if I go to Kazakhstan and speak Russian, okay, cool. If I go to Kazakhstan speak Kazakh, it'd be like, wow.
No, even if you speak Russian, they will wow. If you speak like Kazakh, they will wow. But Americans are very like friendly. Really friendly, cool people. Because when I analyzed my commentaries, comment section, I analyze it, and even one girl from Russia, she always recommends to start YouTube channel in English if you know that language.
Okay.
Because English people, or just people who speaks English, they are more friendly. They are more like they give feedback more, And if you like analyze my videos, I made like 5 or 6 or 7 videos in Russian, and there is no comment from Russian speakers.
Oh wow,
There is no comment
that's
from Russian
crazy.
speakers. Well, I speak Russian. They don't care about me. And this
Wow.
is the one of the future of Russian nation. They are a little bit cold, a little bit cold. Maybe it's
Yeah.
kind of like one of the like geography. Yeah, people, for example,
Yeah, geography. Yeah.
you know that the world divided to like rich north and poor south. Do you know that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So something like this, the geography affects. Maybe something like this because there is no like there is only one guy who is from Russia who comments my videos, but he speaks also Italian, so that's why. But
Oh, okay.
but I made a lot of videos, like 7 videos, I think, in Russian. How
Yeah.
to memorize words, how to create time to learn foreign languages, because the initial idea was like, well, I can understand English, Spanish, and there are a lot of polyglots from like who speaks about language learning in English, in Spanish, but there is no content in Russian.
Right. Exactly.
And I understand that a lot of Russian people who wants to learn foreign language, they just can't. They don't have access to that.
Right.
And I know about I can watch like Steve Kaufman. I know about comprehensible input. Yeah, I can explain them about comprehensible input. What is that? Or shadowing, about assimil. Yeah, a lot of like a lot of things, and I think it will be good. But but there aren't any comments like, and I was like demotivated.
Yeah, just give us some time.
Yeah, just but I was demotivated, and that's why I just started making videos in English. And I watched video from one girl like from Russia, and she said yeah. And also Russian people like this in the commentary sections, they like, oh, what are you talking about, just delete your channel, like a lot of haters. Like about 70% of commentaries, by my estimations, it's like just negative.
Yeah.
So even that girl was talking, that she said like I was crying when I started my YouTube channel, because they were like, what's wrong with your face, or something like this, and a lot of things like that. A lot of things like that. Yeah, so that's why I started like making videos in English. But I will come back to Russian language, because I want to do because only one person, Russian Progress, even he doesn't talk about language learning. He just speaks in Russian.
He speaks in Russian, all the time. Yeah,
about like various topics. So that's all. So now I want to talk about your book, the bilingual book. So
Bilingual Secrets.
Can you talk about that? Yeah, Bilingual Secrets. And
Bilingual Secrets. The secrets to becoming bilingual. So basically, I decided one day, I'm like, I have all this knowledge that we're talking about today. All these years, like we said, 20-something years before the internet, passion for languages. And, there's so many English-speaking people that don't know foreign languages. And I know that they would like to learn. And I wanted to give them the opportunity to see what I went through, so they won't make the same mistakes, or they can learn from me, and so I can motivate them. I think that's the type of person I am. Like, at the end of the day, I like to motivate people. I like to help people out, and languages are my passion. So it's basically to motivate those who want to learn a second language.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think that for you, it was like long journey with a lot of like tough moments. Yeah, like and you just like accumulated all of this knowledge, and you wrote about it. And one person, and in one like another day, I was thinking about that, about books, about biography books. For example, one person lived 70 years or 80 years, and you can just get his experience in 1 week just by just reading his biography. Learning from his mistakes. Learning from his experience. It's just so cool. I just found it so useful. That's why I read a lot of books every day. I read books in several languages. In several languages, I like reading books, and because that is the fascinating thing. Yeah, just imagine you can not like, of course you can't get or acquire like for 100% all of his experience, but you
Mhm.
can get some of them. And
Yeah.
now about your book, like there is the knowledge, 35 years of knowledge just in one book,
Yeah.
and you can read it in 1 week. 35
Yeah.
years.
Exactly.
35. You can,
Yeah.
you can like econom, like, yeah, econom, yeah, you can like, I don't know, you can
Yeah.
like
35 years of
you can,
language knowledge and
you can save like 35 years. You can save 35 years and
exactly.
learned all of this knowledge from that long period of time just in 1 week or in 2 weeks. Yeah, so I think it's cool about books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also believe that each person should like write book. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, I think it's fascinating. So now, so when did you publish and book, and
I actually published it.
is it only online or it's also paper based, or maybe?
No. Yeah. So here's this is the paperback version.
Mm-hmm. It's becoming.
So you can order it on Amazon. People can order it on Amazon. Or it's online Kindle as well. I published it 3 years ago in 2018, or 4 years ago, 2018. Yeah, October 2018, I published it, and I just went through each and everything that I thought about. Like I talk about repetition, why it's good to have repetition. I talk about at-home immersion, like stuff we're talking about today, like why it's good to watch TV. I talk about living abroad, like my time in Argentina. I talk about so many different things, and so there's a lot of different things, but the central goal is for people to want to learn a second language. That's the main goal. And so I just want to help those students out who want to learn a second language.
And how many books did like they publish? Like,
how many books have I published?
Yeah, like well, just one book. How many exemplars versions? Like 1,000 books or 100 paper based.
So what's your question?
It's like how many books, like for example paper based. For example, one published company, they publish, and how many exemplars?
I'm not sure. So basically, I have this version, but I'm working on a second version. That should be coming out sometime this year.
Second version.
Yeah, a second edition. Yeah, because I put in more information. So I had more information that I wanted to share. So I'm gonna have a second edition coming out, hopefully before the end of 2022. Hopefully in a few months.
So is it available on? So it's available.
Yeah, it's available on Amazon. It's available on Amazon.
Yeah. Great. So I think it's wonderful. Yeah, I want to read your book in one day. One day. And say me like, you can't read one book in one day.
Yeah, this one you can read in one day. So right now, this current version is like 52 pages. So
52.
Yeah,
It's like A4 format. A4.